Leave it to PowerA to take the controller that is the magnum opus of their Xbox line, take out the paddles that normally would sit on the back, add some RGB to it, add some bumpers, and effectively, you got the same controller, cheaper, but it's on the same level as this. There's some differences. There's some additional customization that you have with this that you don't have with the Spectra controller, but this is the budget elite controller for the Xbox. Actually, I don't even want to say budget controller because it's insulting, because this is the quality controller for the Xbox Series X, S, Xbox One, and PC. Let's go ahead and get into the Spectra controller for Xbox from PowerA. Before we kick off this video, I want to give a huge shout out to PowerA for sending over the Spectra controller for the Xbox Series X and S. This is my favorite wired controller. And I know I've reviewed so many different controllers for the Xbox. I absolutely love this because I love using paddles, but I love using the customizable buttons on the back. It is such a godsend. Like, I absolutely, I'm at a point now. Can PowerA do any wrong? Like, can they make a poor quality controller? I don't think they can. This thing is so easy to just set up, so easy to customize the buttons. I love the LED lights on it. I love the volume control. I love, for when you just plug in your headset, because there's a headset input. Get your volume control here on the front. The buttons feel good. The D-pad is immaculate. The sticks are amazing. The triggers are great. The customization on the back is great. Like, this is just an all-around freaking good controller. And in this video, we're going to dive into it. I'm going to do an unboxing. I'm going to show you how it works. We're playing a couple of games and so much more. And if you want to pick this up, I'll have Amazon and Best Buy affiliate links down in the description below. Yeah, with all that being said, make sure you sub to the channel and ding the notification bell. That way you stay up to date on all the latest and greatest content that comes from this channel. And if you want to pick up some cool merch, we got merch over on Teespring and TeePublic. Links for those are in the description below. And also, if you want to support the channel and support what we do have channel memberships and we have Patreon. Links to those are in the description below. So with that being said, let me go ahead and dive into why this is a perfect wired controller that you can pick up at a great value price. Not budget, great value price. Okay, so we've got the Spectra Infinity for the Xbox. This works with the Xbox One, Series S and X, as well as with PC. So Spectra Infinity is an enhanced wired controller. It's got 3-way trigger locks, mappable buttons, RGB LED, so it's pretty close to being like a quasi pro controller. And, oh wow, trigger stops, additional trigger stops, wow. So you got trigger stops for the literal left and right triggers, and then you've got these, wow, okay, cool. Plus 3.5 millimeter audio output, plus audio control for game and chat. Smooth friction rings, share button. Seems like the faceplates are changeable. Dual rumble motors, okay. 10-foot cable and no batteries required. So this is definitely made for the Series X. So let's go ahead and get into this and check it out. Go ahead and get into the box. And this is a controller. Let's go ahead and take the top cover off. And then we'll look at what we get. So this is the 10-foot cable. Utilizing a micro USB cable. I don't understand why this is not utilizing a
USB Type-C. That's kind of disappointing. But like all Xbox controllers, breakaway cables, one of the best inventions for controllers. You've got the manual for getting started. And then got the controller. So this is what it looks like. Looks pretty good. I think in comparison, I've also got one of the Elite controllers, so the Pro Elite controller from PowerA. So very similar. Very similar overall build. Biggest difference is, it doesn't have the paddles, but I like these just as well. So you can program, you've got programs, a button for program, a button for the LEDs. You got the trigger stops, which are dope. Okay. And then is this faceplate changeable? Okay, so it doesn't seem like the faceplate is changeable. That's fine. Volume control, D-pad. D-pad feels really good. Friction rings, share button. Okay. All right. Let's go ahead and get this plugged up to the Xbox, and then we'll test it out, and I'll give you guys my thoughts from there.
All right, so we're trying this right now with some Halo 5 Guardians. Thus far, it feels really good. Let me change the trigger stop. Ooh, that feels really good. So I got very much a hair trigger. And then for shooting, I got it all the way to hair trigger as well. Now, one of the things I really want to talk about with this controller that really is one of the reasons why I absolutely love it. I love when I play on the Xbox, when I play shooters, Call of Duty, when I play Halo, when I play Battlefield, I always like having my trigger stops. And this has three different settings. I have a setting all the way where it's just regular full on depression. I can do half trigger stop. I can do hair trigger stop. And that goes a long way when it comes to me playing competitively online. Not only that, but the ability to map the back bumpers to any of the face buttons or the triggers is absolutely a godsend, especially if I really want to get into a competitive match where like say I'm playing some COD or I'm playing some Halo, and I don't want to have to move my thumb from the right stick to A to jump. I want to just be able to press with my ring finger one of the back buttons, like specifically this one on the back right. And also, I don't want to have my reload be X. I want to map that to the back left bumper. I can do that. I can customize it so that I'm never taking my thumb off. And I know that might be a minor thing, but for me, it is something major. It's something that's actually cost me a couple games that I'm playing online. I'm not a pro level player, okay? I'm a casual. I'm not a filthy casual. I am a casual. But that is something that's very important to me, is being able to, because when I play with this one, the Elite Series 2 controller, or the PowerA's version of the Elite Series 2. I have the paddles mapped so that I don't even have to do any of the face buttons. Everything is on the paddles on the back, and being able to have basically having almost all the functionality of this on a lighter controller that's just as ergonomic as this is goes such a long way. I absolutely love this controller. Like oh god, this is my favorite controller, and the fact that I can go between using this on console, on the Xbox Series X and S, the Xbox One, One S, and One X. I can also use it on PC. This is just kind of my go-to. Like this, God, there's so many controllers. There's so many controllers that I go through reviewing, and every time I get to one, I'm like, yo, I love this because there's always one that has a feature that just makes me fall in love with it. And when it comes to PowerA, they just get it. They nail it, right? And so other thing, let's talk about the D-pad. So there are fighting games on the Xbox Series X and S as well as Xbox One that I play. And one of the things, and if you guys remember, I did my review of the Spectra for the Switch. These have two different D-pads. There are two different D-pads on these two controllers. Now, for whatever reason, the Xbox version has the superior D-pad, and the Nintendo Switch one just doesn't work. I'm able to pull off all of my combos no matter what I'm playing. King of Fighters, Street Fighter, or Guilty Gear. Like everything just perfectly works. And it's just so responsive. Volume control, I easily use wireless headsets, but the fact that I can just plug this in and go, it's just so good. And then if we want to compare it to like a standard Xbox Series X controller, there you go. They're roughly about the same. Same height, same ergonomics. Both have grip feeling, but I just like this one. I am saying this. There's nothing for me to negatively critique on this controller. It feels great. Triggers are great. Buttons are great. Bumpers are great. Sticks are great with the anti-friction rings. D-pad is great. Latency, 0. If you love this, you'll love this. If you didn't love this, you're gonna love this. Get this. Anyways, yeah, that's my thoughts. That's the review for the PowerA SPECTRA controller for the Xbox Series X and S. Also works with Xbox One as well as PC. What do you guys think about it? Do you guys have this? If not, hey, let me know. If you do have it, what are some of your ups, some of your downs, or if you just absolutely love it? Let's get the conversation going. Shout out to PowerA for sending this over to me. And if you want to pick this up, I will have an Amazon affiliate link and a Best Buy affiliate link down in the description below. All that being said, I'm Mikhail Kasanova. I'm signing out. I hope y'all have a great one. Deuces wow, too sweet, be the elite. I'll see you on the next one. Peace. Mahalo for making it to the end of the video. I really appreciate your support by those of you who like the videos, who watch and who subscribe. And for those of you who are my Patreon supporters, thank you for your continued support because you help make this possible. If you enjoy my work and you'd like to support what we do have Patreon on patreon.com/MikhailCasanova. We also have Coffee as well as Subscribestar. So there's various methods if you want to support the work that we do here. We also have channel membership, so make sure you check that out. That way you get up to date on all the latest and greatest content that comes here and first, and exclusive content as well. And if you enjoy the work that I do and you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the channel. So with that being said, I'm Mikhail Kasanova, Hawaii content creator. I hope to see you on the next one. If you haven't already, make sure you hit the subscribe button and ding the notification bell. And all that being said, I'll see you on the next one. Peace.